All right, and welcome to the third podcast, episode 7. So we're here at episode 7. Well, let's get right to it, I guess. The topic I think we all want to talk about for some reason right now is Pokemon Black and White 2, or Pokemon Black 2, White 2, which is ridiculous. I just want to say right off the bat, I'm really disappointed that there's no Gray. I really wanted to play Pokemon Gray, and I wanted to have a picture of Kyurem on the front. I mean, he's already Gray, so whatever.
To be fair, they already, right after Black and White came out, they said, we're not going to do a Gray version. They said, well, this is what they half told the truth, but they kind of lied, too, because they said, we're done with Black and White.
Right, kind of like Halo 3 is the last Halo.
Oh yeah, finish the fight.
Right, and they're like, and there was
after Halo 6.
Yeah, and Bungie's like, it's our last Halo. Yeah,
our last Halo.
Exactly, those are the key words.
Like last Halo. That involves free.
Asterisk. But yeah, so it's like I really wanted just a Gray version. Here we have this. Black and White was a lot of firsts for Pokemon anyway. Like the way they did a lot of things that were a lot of. Jared is messing around with his new phone here. Anyway, they did a lot of firsts for that game. So this is continuing with that topic of having not one third game but 2 third games with terrible titles.
Third and fourth games.
Yeah, third and fourth game. Yeah, and but I mean it does have Kyurem in it, but it's
2 different versions.
But 2 different versions of him, and it's not like just like Gray. I just want it Gray.
I mean, all I know is that if after Black and White 2, they make something like Black and White 3, it'll officially be like Final Fantasy. Except instead of killing the monsters,
they
catch
forgot
them
the dash.
Instead. Yeah.
Dash 3.
Yeah, I know.
And make sure to put the X afterwards.
Right.
So we all know it's a special
And make sure the
edition.
10th one is nothing but women and fan service.
Yes, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, why is it on the DS?
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Why is it on the DS?
So I've
why
told
not
you this
3DS?
many times, people who don't have a lot of money can get it on the DS as well as on the 3DS. Instead of just having...
But I mean, they don't even have a 3DS version.
Yeah, when they already made Mystery Dungeon or whatever that other Pokemon game, they already made it for 3DS. They already have the Pokédex 3D on 3DS.
They have a 3DS Mystery Dungeon?
I think so. No, is it Mystery Dungeon?
I don't know.
Another Pokemon game that already came out on the 3DS.
You mean Rumble or something?
Oh, Rumble. Yeah, Rumble,
Oh.
yeah. Pokemon Rumble. But
Yeah.
So,
So, I mean, I get that they're going to make more money out of doing this, but it's not like they're unfamiliar with money.
Right,
Their least selling game made has sold 11.5 million copies.
What game was that?
Black and White.
Oh, okay. Wait, this was the least selling Pokemon?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. But yeah, that's the thing. When Black and White first came out, actually, people were saying it should be on the 3DS. Because, all the things, when they're showing Castelia City and how it rotates, it's that would have been great in 3D. So we were already saying, why isn't it...
I don't even care about the 3D
in
effect. I just want...
Really?
I just thought it would be better to put, something... I mean, make it look a little bit better, perhaps, but I mean, I don't think they're going to change that.
Right.
I was just thinking, because considering you have Street Pass...
Right.
You have a lot of those features on the
a lot more
3DS,
options.
and then, they don't have to put... You could just have one friend code, one centralized friend code, better online features on the 3DS. It makes so much sense to just put it on 3DS.
well, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I mean, just the fact that a lot of people still don't have 3DSs is
But this would have sold the 3DS a lot better, because there's a lot of people who are waiting for a game like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people were waiting for Mario Kart to come out.
And then it did
3DS.
sell.
And they did.
Right.
But see, that's Mario Kart.
But see, there are a lot of Pokemon
I think
fans.
Pokemon moves just as many consoles.
But
Oh,
the
are you
thing
kidding?
is,
Yeah.
I mean, I was skeptical at first getting Pokemon Black and White. It turns out I did love it. But in the case of Black and White 2, I just think they're just going to revamp a few things and then mash Kyurem with Reshiram.
Right,
and
I agree
Sephiroth.
that.
I don't feel like it's going to
that.
be that much different. So I don't see.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
point
it's
of making
they
it
already
just
have
3DS.
the same
Yeah.
engine
Yeah.
from the other game. They could just... And it's already coming out in June in Japan.
Right,
It's
I
coming
know.
out so soon.
They were saying the the localization period is very short because it's coming out here in autumn. I think they said, of this year,
And that kind of tells you
2012.
as well that they're not adding.
Yeah, it's
other
not that
stuff.
much new
Yeah,
stuff.
so it's just like a little bit probably a changed storyline or something like that, or like an extra. Like,
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be
side
like a
quest.
sequel, kind of like...
Yeah, I know
Gold
you were
and
saying you were
Silver.
hoping it would be a sequel like Gold and Silver, but I told you I was like, no, it's just the third game. They just split it into 2.
I want them to combine all the regions together Finally. I just want them to do that.
That would be really fun, actually.
See, they could do that on 3DS.
I think they should do that.
See, yeah, no, but if that was a 3DS game, I'd buy it. But see, they haven't made it, and that's why Nintendo still doesn't have my money.
I think there's two dreams that I have for Pokemon. One, they need to make a Pokemon MMORPG, and I mean an official one. I know that there are MMORPGs existing like that are fan-made, but I think they need to make an official Pokemon MMORPG. If they did that, they could easily combine all the regions, because then you'd have the whole world at your disposal. Or they should make, I know people have been always talking about making a, I'm just going to throw this out here. People have always talked about making a real-time Pokemon game. Now, real-time doesn't really benefit Pokemon that well, but we've seen that it can work in games like Rumble, and that was the problem with the original Rumble, where your Pokemon couldn't level up. So it's like after you have him for like a day, he's useless because he doesn't level up. And I hate that. It would have been nice if that game could combine with the main series. Like, what if you could upload your main series Pokemon to Rumble, and then like their levels reflect, you know, what they were in the game, and you know that way you could actually play with your Pokemon, and you know it would be something like, I imagine something like either Rumble or almost like Smash Brothers, but like you control the Pokemon directly, and that would be. I wouldn't want to make that the main Pokemon game, but I think it would work out well for you know, just a side game, because other than that, I mean, Pokemon is a turn-based game, but it would work out well for. Like something
turn-based,
like that for a side
but
game.
so primitive turn-based. It's like all you know how to do is attack and use a potion.
Point and click.
Point and click.
Attack.
Well, it's not that bad, but I mean,
Yeah.
I like the engine. I think if they moved it to real time, that it would actually be quite
It wouldn't
difficult
be
to play.
Pokemon.
I mean, like, let's say you have a Charizard, and a Bulbasaur
Yeah, it wouldn't
just
be the
happens
Pokemon,
to be
yeah.
running around, avoiding your flamethrower.
Like, so basically it'd be like the anime.
That would make me
Bulbasaur.
angry. Yeah, that would make me angry. And how some Pokemon like Rhydon can take a surf straight to the face, and then they're just standing there like, Rhydon.
Oh yeah, like that's
yeah.
what always bothered me about the TV show. There's like, dodge it. It's like, you can't do
Dodge
that.
it.
Why can't I hit Rhydon with Thunderbolt on the horn?
Okay, why
and
can't
kill
I
it?
attack the ceiling and make
Right.
the ceiling bounce off
Or
when
like
I attack or whatever?
or like when Torkoal was fighting Registeel. And that one time,
remember that.
why can't my Torkoal jump off a wall, body slam it, then do a backflip
Or
off
what was
it,
the
and
other one
land?
that-
And then call in Boba Fett and like flamethrower everyone.
Or it was it-
Flamethrower!
What's his name? When Ash was fighting Claire in Johto.
Yeah.
To beat the Dragonair, he had him use flamethrower on the water in the pool. There was like a
Right.
pool, I guess, and he just used flamethrower to dry up the pool and then attack it.
I think the Pokemon writers are like coming up with clever solutions to things just to like PO fans. I think they're probably trolls. Honestly, I'm glad you can't do that in games. But going back to Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, I'm just going to call it Black and White 2 because it's easier to say.
Yes.
Yeah, about those new forms. Those forms are bizarre. Like, you thought Kyurem was weird before. It's like now he's almost like mimicking the mains of Black and White, and
Like he's like half Ditto or something.
right, it's like mimicking them. It's really creepy, and you know, that's the thing. I really thought there should have been a gray, because you know the Black and White was totally like yin and yang, and Kyurem actually I forgot what it's called, but Kyurem represents another element. It's like the absence of yin and yang or something like that. So the absence. Yeah, he's like.
So maybe that he's combined. So
Right,
like
the
the
absence
absence
of
of
yin.
yin.
And I figure that's why he's gray, because he's the absence of yin and yang. He's in between. He's like black and white, and then gray. He is gray. So it's like, why isn't their Pokemon gray? That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I just wonder what the types are going to be for it.
oh yeah,
Same.
is he going to be? Well, no, because Kyurem was Dragon Ice, and then Reshiram was Fire Dragon,
Oh,
and
yeah, like-
I
Zerkron
thought you were
was
talking about like
Electric
the starters
Dragon.
because I was like, those are
No.
all gonna be the
Like,
same.
is he going to be like Ice Electric and Ice Fire? Or is he going to be like just the same as the other ones? He's going to be like
Or
Electric
are they going
Dragon
to finally
or Fire
implement
Dragon?
something crazy like triple typing? Or
Let's
something?
hope not.
Yeah, that would be.
or fourth evolution?
Talk
Let's
about
hope
getting
not.
trolled by 6 times damage. Or
Yeah.
however much that'd be, I don't know. But
So yeah, that's that. Do you want to move on to our other thing we were talking about, which is we're talking about there's another Pokemon game that I think a lot of people have kind of overlooked right now, which is that one that it basically looks like Pokemon meets Fire Emblem, and like it's this whole thing where I think the official name, I have the official name here. The official name is Pokemon Plus Nobunaga's Ambition. No one's talking
ambitious.
about. No one's talking. That's the Japanese name.
all I know is if a Pikachu comes out with a sword and it's on my team and it dies and I can't get it back, like in the Fire Emblem series, I'm throwing the game across the room.
Show me your moves.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. Hold on.
No, but and it's all set in like ancient Japan times, and
Oh,
like
boy.
Yeah, and there's like, yeah, it looks crazy. Like there's this guy who's got a black, excuse me, he's got like a black Rayquaza. That one's crazy.
And the final boss is Arceus, and he's unbeatable. And once you get to him, everything dies.
Well, like everyone's Pokemon has like a counterpart with their human. Like there's this girl with like a Jigglypuff who
she's
like
Jiggly?
Well, oh gosh,
that was strange.
yeah, I expect that kind of talk from Jared, not from you.
Wasn't me this time, yeah.
All right.
Rather she sings.
Yeah, let's go with that. Why not? She's jiggly and she sings. All right, giggity. No,
I'd buy it.
yeah, no. Well, people are still waiting on that Nintendo Girls game. You know that little? It was that joke. Like it was like a Photoshop. It was like I think it was a Photoshop. Like that. I'm pretty sure it was of that girl. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't see that.
Sure, you didn't.
Oh, I saw it.
it's like the picture, like this like Japanese girl on the cover instead of Nintendo. It's like Nintendo Girls. Like you're taking care of like some girl.
No.
That would totally sell games, even though it'd be totally creepy. Anyway, back to topic. So there's this what's it called? There's this guy who has, I can't remember all of them, but there's the people kind of look like they're dressed like their Pokemon. Like the guy who has the black Rayquaza has like black and gold armor, and like Rayquaza's black with the gold stripes.
Oh, I thought like they had like a suit version of the
No.
So it's like in a Rayquaza or something.
No. it's like Pokefan. It's like a Pokefan, where he's got like the dressed up like the thing. Anyway, and the kids. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, there's that game, Pokemon Nobunaga's Ambition, and it's called Pokemon Plus Nobunaga's Ambition actually, and like no one's plus. Yeah, you gotta have the plus. Anyway.
Where's the minus?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is it gonna be like Plusle and Minin edition or something?
No, it's not. But no one's talking about that, and now they're already talking about Black 2 and White 2, and it's like. It's totally, the other one's getting glossed over. I wonder what they're going to change the name to when it comes to America, because that is
Black 2 and White 2?
No, the Ambition game. I wonder what they're going to call that. Like, it's probably just going to be Pokemon Plus. It's like
or
that.
Pokemon Plus Adventure.
That game is, that name is so like a Japanese
Pokemon,
title.
the ambitious title.
Yeah, I know. It's such a Japanese style title. I don't even know.
What was it? There's another game that had like a very Japanese. It was like Ultimate Undiscovery.
Oh man,
Undiscovery is like, well, how do you undiscover something? You just do nothing, and I'm undiscovering things.
I actually want them to make a Pokemon game where, I know that this is for GameCube in a sense, although it wasn't really stealing. Like in XD, how you could snag people's Pokemon. I want a DS game where I can throw like a certain type of ball that costs a lot of money because you're stealing their Pokemon essentially.
Oh.
Where you're like the bad guy for once. And then
people talked about that a long time ago.
Being a bad guy.
Yeah, there was like a long time ago, way back in Generation 1, people were talking about what if they made a game where you played as Team Rocket or something like that. And that was like
James.
Yeah, that was the original idea for Pokemon Black. Like people were like, well, not officially, but people were like, they should be a game called Pokemon Black and you play as Team Rocket.
Yeah, I want to like steal someone's Feraligatr and drown that trainer with Feraligatr.
Dear gosh, that's angry.
No,
you got some problems. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, Whitney's milk tank. I hate that thing. It's awful and cruel and makes me shiver at night.
Especially if you have a fire type.
I had like level 25 and I was fighting it and I still had difficulty because of a track.
Yeah.
Like, and then it just milk drink. He's like milk drink.
A little heart.
Yeah. Let's go.
We should probably let people know that Jared is our resident Pokemon expert, by the way. So,
4 times in a row,
yes.
I got infatuated and couldn't move.
Quite know if that works. That's the thing. Also, well, I don't know why you'd want to steal a trainer's Pokemon because now with like the meta game, you can breed monsters way more powerful than theirs.
Well, stealing is faster.
Okay. Well, I think anything you breed is still going to be better.
Well, it depends.
That's
what
not
if
a
the
word.
Pokemon you steal have really good IVs?
All right.
Steal the item and then not the Pokemon.
No, IVs, not items.
Oh, I thought you said IV.
Yeah.
That's what thieves for.
Yeah. Okay. We do not, in fact, advocate stealing on this podcast. It's like Bender. He's like, we do not advocate stealing. The coolest crime of them all. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you see the teaser for Black 2 and White 2?
Yeah, it was nothing to it.
Yeah, it was like 40 seconds.
It was like, here's a picture, which is going to be the same picture we have up probably like right now.
I was like, why is there no gameplay of it if the game is going to come out this
Because
year?
they don't want to show you that it's absolutely the same crap.
They want you to buy it first,
It's
then
like,
be
what is there to
disappointed,
spoil?
try to get a refund, and then they won't give it to you. That's the whole gist of it.
Is it going to be like $40 like a 3DS game?
I don't know, but if it is $40, that warrants the question, why isn't it just a 3DS game?
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we should stop there and wrap it up there. So apparently this is the Pokemon edition of our To the Third podcast, and we'll see you next time. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
No tape goes.
Yes, it does.